Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It is after Christmas, it's after the holidays, and hope you guys had a good one. And I wanted to come back to making content with a fun one. Maybe I'm going way too early with this, but you know what? I kind of want to see what I want to see if I can predict, the future of this card game. And that card game is, of course, Dragonball Fusion Worlds, which will be releasing in February. It's about 2 months. A little under 2 months from now. And yeah, we have 4 leaders from the starter decks, and we have 8 leaders from the actual first set. So we have 12 leaders in general. And today we are going to go over what I think where they will fit in a tier list. My tier list I'm going to use for this video is going to be top tier, which are decks I think that I can easily see winning some tournaments. Then we have great, which are decks that I can see still winning tournaments, but not as often as the top tier. And you'll probably see a lot in the top 8 or top 30, top 16, maybe even top 32. Solid are good decks in general, or good leaders in general, I should say, because we haven't seen all the cards yet. And these cards, so these leaders are good into certain top tier are great leaders, but we just haven't seen all what they can. We haven't seen the rest of the cards yet, so we don't know exactly what they can do. And then, of course, we have meh, which leaders I think will be maybe seen every once in a while, but may not be as relevant as the others. So, of course, like I said, we haven't seen the full list of the set 1 cards yet, but I thought this would be just a fun little guessing game, just based off the leader's ability, what cards we have seen, and kind of just go from there, have some fun with it and make it not take it too seriously, And yeah, let's get started. I guess before we should do that, I should say, please hit that like button and subscribe button. We are on our way to 600 subs by the end of the year, and by the time I'm filming this, it is the 27th. We got 4 days. If we can hit to 600 subs in the next 4 days, I would be absolutely ecstatic. This last week has been a bit rough for me. Lost my job, got into a car accident, and yeah, so I could really use a little bit of the little holiday cheer, I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Let's start off with the blue Vegeta starter deck leader. Honestly, I'm going to put him into great. I think he is a really good leader on its own. The fact that if you have his ability is Activate Main, if you have less than 7 cards in your hand, he gets a 15k boost for the turn. So going from a 20k body to a 35k body is huge. Being able to help secure that last swing or to take out a bigger body on your opponent's board. And overall, a lot of the blue cards seem to work really well with having less than 7 cards in hand. So I think he's really solid. I do think, though, that in general, blue is a bit more... It can be a rough matchup. Sorry, red is a rough matchup for blue, I still think. And a little bit of yellow, and I guess, really, when you think about it, we haven't seen too many... we haven't seen a lot of these decks be played yet, so... but I think, for now, I think blue will be... this Vegeta leader will be a great leader. Maybe not top tier, but I can definitely see him doing really, really well. Broly. So, I'm going to throw Broly into meh. Broly shocked everybody, by having the highest stat total at 25,000 in comparison to 20,000 that most of their leaders had. But the fact that he doesn't draw anything on his backside, you have to KO, you have to trash an energy to gain a boost for the turn. Yeah, that's great and all, but trashing an energy is kind of rough. The deck in general, it kind of lacks a lot of defensive power. You really want to have more cards in your hand to defend yourself. And the fact that Broly doesn't draw on his backside is kind of rough. So you would want to awaken really late in the meantime. But I think for now, Broly, he might be just like the Whitebeard in One Piece. He might surprise everybody. No, I think he's going to be in solid. Just that high attack stat's going to push him over the edge. Next, we have the red starter deck Goku. I'm going to put him in solid as well. Being able to lower something like by 5k for the turn is okay. You know, it's solid, not amazing. I think we're just going to go over here and put the other red Goku. We're just going to throw him into top tier. He basically is the red Zoro from One Piece, being able to give all of your U7 cards 5k power during your turn. Getting that boost, that extra 5k really can cause a lot of pressure. So basically, I feel like this is going to be the red leader to run for the next set over Goku, over the other Goku, and over Beerus. Next, we have Yellow Frieza. I'm just going to throw him in top tier. The fact that at the end of your turn, you can switch 2 of your cards to active mode. There's no cost requirement or anything like that, is huge. It allows you to defend your bodies, and then all of your opponent can do is attack your life. Which, I mean, of course, that's the purpose of the game. But the fact that you can defend your cards without having to sacrifice your resources, that's amazing. You can swing with a blocker, it restands. You can swing with a big body and then restand it. Like, it's awesome. I definitely think this is one of the top tier leaders we're going to see in the upcoming format. Next, we have Yellow Cooler. And honestly, I'm going to throw him in under... this is a tough one, because his front side, he's one of the leaders that has the critical ability. So he doesn't draw on his front side, but he gets critical an additional 5k, which oh my god, that's so good. Being a 20k crit leader on the front is nutty. I actually have all their information pulled up on the side here. So, so on his backside though, he retains the 20k power, and then I guess the 20k power on this front side is only during your turn. But still, that's awesome. He gets the 20k boost, and then he starts drawing cards on his backside. His ability is activate main or battle, discard 1 card from your hand, choose up to 1 battle card with a cost of 4 or less, and is a Frieza clan card, or 1 of your energy, and switch it to active mode. I don't know. I'm going to throw him under solid. I think the ability is okay. You know, trashing a card from hand to restand 1 energy. I don't see how, like, where that may come in handy in certain situations, but switching a 4 cost might be able to restand a blocker. But I feel like Star Deck Frieza is just a better backside ability. Now, the front side ability is way better, but the backside ability is where people, I feel like, are going to want to be at sooner than later. So for that, I'm just going to throw Cooler into solid. You know, I'm going to throw Trunks, Blue Trunks, into great. The reason for it is because his ability is literally just once per turn. You can bounce a card with a cost of 3 or less back to its owner's hand. It can be your card, it can be your opponent's card, and it doesn't require you to discard a card, tap a card, nothing. Now, that could be great to bounce blockers or low to the ground cards, but the fact that this game does have, essentially, everything has rush, unlike One Piece, maybe, because his front side ability is just the basic draw 1 when attacking. I think... rough. I think he's going to be in great. I think that can create a good amount of tempo. It requires your opponent to, if they want to play another body or a blocker next turn, they're going to have to sacrifice some of their energy to do so. They could even combo with the card. I just think bouncing a card to hand is always good in any game. I wish it wasn't to hand, but being able to bounce something to the bottom of their deck, that would be nutty. Next, we have Goku Black. I'm going to throw him also in great. I think his ability, he's up on his front side, he does have the crit ability, so he gets a 20k crit on his front side when it's during your turn. On his backside, he has the ability, which is draw 1 when attacking, place 1 card from your battle area place 1 Zamasu from your battle area at the bottom of your deck during this turn, and the next time you use and play Goku Black from your hand, reduce the cost by 2. Right now, we don't really have any other Goku Black cards except the vanilla one, if I'm not mistaken. Which, I mean, yeah, it's a solid vanilla. You get to play like I think it's a 4 cost 30k, which with his ability places Zamasu down, you get to play a 30k for 2. I think that's pretty solid. The crit really does help, though, on the front side. Because a lot of blues cards revolve around, bomb decking your opponent's cards, or if you have less than 7 cards on hand, which if you're not drawing on your front side, that's going to be a pretty easy condition to get to. Yeah, I think he's, out of these 3, I think he's the worst blue leader for now. But who knows? We might get another Goku Black card, which is a really good card, and that'll make him way better to play. This is actually one of the leaders I'm really hoping to play when the set comes out. Hopefully they will add in some more Goku Black cards. If not, yeah, I can definitely see this card being moved down to solid. Next we have the Ginyu Force. Now let's see here. Ginyu. Basic frontside ability, draw 1 card. On its backside, you draw 1 card. Once per turn, activate main, you can tap 3 cards, discard 2 cards from your hand, and choose all of your battle cards with the Ginyu Force trait, and switch them to active mode. That could be really good. You have to set up your board and just try to save all of your parts. That means you're just playing a card, not attacking with it, and hopefully your opponent doesn't destroy it. That could be really cool as like a rush strategy. But, I don't know. I just don't see it. I just don't see it being that great, because in this game, a lot of things can happen to your cards while they're on the board, even if you don't attack with them. I don't know. I might be wrong, but I'm going to throw him down into solid tier. No, I'm gonna throw him to meh. 3 energy is a lot later in the game. Especially if they want this game to be done in like 20 minutes or so. Your rounds to be in 20 minutes. I'm gonna throw him into meh, but you know what? I'll gladly be surprised later on. Gohan? Gohan's pretty neat. Gohan's ability is on the front side, draw 1 when attacking. On his backside, you still get the draw 1 when attacking, but now you can activate battle to place 1 of your energy in your drop, and this card gets 15k power for the battle. This can be a way to help you survive a really big attack, but the fact that it's only for the battle, not the turn, I'm going to throw him in under solid. I think that this is a cool leader, absolutely, but trashing an energy is a big thing. At least Broly, it's for the whole turn. He only gets 5k boost, but still. I think Gohan is going to be a solid leader, but I think just off the leader ability, we'll just kind of put it right here. Green, I'm going to throw green androids up there. You know what? I'm going to throw green androids into top tier. I think green androids is awesome. Basically, on the front side, you draw 1. It's just a standard Android 17. On the reverse side, you do get Android 17 and Android 18. Its permanent is during your turn, if you have 6 or more energy, this card gets 1,000 power. And then, of course, when attacking, draw 1. No, I'm going to throw him to great. I think this is a great leader because on your turn, because green has such an easy time ramping, that you can get to 6 energy fairly quickly, maybe like a turn or 2 early. And now you're staring down a 30k leader. That still can draw on your turn. Yeah, sure, it's not a 30k leader on your opponent's turn, but 30k is such a huge number for a leader. It's really neat. I like it. I could be wrong, like I said, though. And finally, we have the red Beerus leader. Let me pull up his information here. On the front side, he is once again a critical leader. So he's a 20k body on your turn with crit. And then on his backside, he is a draw 1 when attacking and activate main once per turn. Choose it to one of your opponent's battle cards and he gets minus 10k power for the turn. I'm going to throw him up there into great as well. Red, the whole theme around red seems to be fast attacks, lots of cards with crit, can neg energy, and the fact that this card on its front side is going to be very oppressive in a deck that's already oppressive. You have on its backside now being able to minus something 10k helps you get rid of a lot of bigger bodies, because then you have this card being a 10k body. you have, so I'm minusing a 10k. Then you have other cards that minus like 5 or another 10 to really take down those big cards to be a lot more manageable, you know? But yeah, I think this is what I'm going to just kind of predict. Now, of course, I am very much happy to be wrong, because, you know what, I love to, you know, learn new things. I love to get the opinions of other people, obviously. So if you have an opinion of what will be the top decks in the first set meta for Dragon Ball Fusion World, let me know in the comments down below. What do you think of this list? And are you excited for Dragon Ball Fusion World? I'll admit, it's grown on me. I've played a lot of games this weekend with my brother who was in town, and we had a blast playing the starter decks. I haven't had a chance to play any of the other leaders yet, but I'm hoping to do that sometime soon. And like I said, guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. Remember to hit that like button, subscribe. We are on our way to 600 subs by the end of the year. We got 4 days left. Let's make it happen. I really do appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.